All right, guys, so today in this video, we're going to do a lot with the bike. First of all, I want to wash the bike. I'm not going to do a video on that because I've already done videos where I wash the bike, but I am going to be taking all the fairings off the bike because there's a lot of things I want to do. First of all, I want to wrap the bike properly. Now, you can't really tell on video. It looks pretty good. And even up close, it doesn't look real bad where it's wrapped. But this part right here is not the best wrap job that I've ever done. You can kind of look in here that you can't see on video, but I want to wrap it deep into that so it looks like it's professionally done rather than like an amateur did it. So all the fairings are going to come off the bike so I can take that apart. And I want to just make the bike look really awesome. On top of that, I want to do an oil change. So we'll be taking the fairings off so no oil drips on the fairings when I do that. So a lot of things going on here to fix this bike up. I mean, it looks pretty good now. It doesn't really need fixed up, I know, but yeah, I just want to make it look awesome. Bike is all washed. I got it up on its wheel chuck, so it is standing upright, which is going to be great to take the fairings off. It makes it a little bit easier. It's also going to be great for changing the oil because the bike is standing even, so we'll be able to check the oil level a lot easier this way. So the next thing to do is to start taking the fairings off. In case you're new to my channel, my bike is a 2023 CFMOTO 450SS, and I made a chart here to kind of show you where some of the bolts and screws go. So the yellow part up here is where all of the hex bolts go. Push pins are in the red, and the green is actually a Phillips head. So just go to RobSolutely.com and you can get this chart for yourself, and you can kind of get a general idea of where the bolts, nuts, screws, everything are on the bike. We are to a point now where I'm ready to do my oil change, and I wanted to do that when I had the fairings off. Here's the oil pan bolt, so you're going to want to loosen up that. Make sure you have an oil pan underneath it for all the oil to drip on. A lot of you guys have mentioned that you see your bike leaking from time to time. This is the overflow tube right here. That's what you're seeing leaking. That's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. In most cases anyway. I mean, if you question it, take it to a dealer. And then the oil filter is right here. I want to show you what I got to do the oil change. It is a CFMOTO oil change kit. Mine is for the 450SS. It also works for the 450NK. Make sure if you get this kit for your bike, you're getting it for the right bike. I'm going to show you what comes in here. And also, I do have a link in the description of this video if you want to pick this oil change kit up for yourself, or you get it from your local dealer too. So here's your genuine CFMOTO oil filter. I know a lot of people are using K&Ns, but there have been some known issues with people that use K&N filters. And then they give you 3 quarts of CFMOTO crafted engine oil. And then in the bottom here, we do have the crush washer. You want to put a new crush washer on every time you do an oil change. The crush washer will go on the oil drain bolt there. So you'll take the one off that's on there, you'll put the new one on. That's really all there is to the kit. Pretty simple, actually. In order to get the oil filter off on here, you want to get some kind of a tool to get that off. There's a couple different kinds. I got mine from Harbor Freight. I think mine was a kit with a bunch of different ones in. This one seems to work. I don't even know what size it is, but it actually fits on here perfectly fine. You want to start the bike up to warm it up before you do your oil change. I do have my oil pan underneath there to get it ready. You want to start it up and let it warm up for just a few minutes. You don't want it super hot, but you want it warm so the oil is nice and thin, ready to go. Bike is warmed up and I am ready to crack the bolt here for the oil change. Be as quick as you can, let that oil drain. Hopefully we catch it all. What you're looking for right now is any kind of shavings, like metal shavings. Not happy I got it on my hand, but I'm looking for any kind of metal shavings which could cause an issue with the concerns of any kind of engine trouble, which I see none. Looks pretty good. I think the dealership, when they did the oil change, looks like they used Motul oil because it's red. And I don't think the CFMOTO oil is red like that. Not a problem with that. Motul is good. Actually, it's what I wanted to use on here, but I decided to stay with genuine CFMOTO instead. But yeah, as soon as that drains out all the way, I'll take the oil filter off right up here. So I just took the oil filter off. I forgot the video taking it off, but it comes off pretty simple. And we're gonna let all the oil drip out of there. Looks like the oil drained out all right. Want to wipe everything off. You're always gonna have a little bit of oil here, but the more you wipe off, the less you have to worry about the smell of burning coming off. Get your new oil filter ready. Has an O-ring on it. You want to make sure you take some of the oil, even old or new, dip your finger in it, and then go around the O-ring of the new filter, lube that up a little bit, and that's going to go on hand tight. So you put it right back on. You don't want to go too tight with it. I think some of you guys maybe make mistakes and do that. You put it on too tight. Time to put the new crush washer on. Make sure you take a brand new one out of the kit that you get. If you didn't buy the kit and you want to use your own, just make sure you have a crush washer that's going to fit properly, and use a new one. Put your oil drain bolt back in. You want to just make sure it's on there nice and snug. Not so snug that you're going to strip the bolt or have any problem with your oil pan. So sometimes people put these on way too tight, and then they cause a warping in the oil pan. You don't want to do that. If you don't know what you're doing, then take it to a dealer and have them do it. And now that the drain bolt is on, the oil filter is on, clean up any oil dripping, and we're going to start filling it back up with oil. Drain plug is back on, the oil filter, new oil filter is on. Now it's time to fill it back up with oil. Didn't take the fairings off this side yet, but I will be. So you got to take this thing off, put a clean funnel in there. They give you 3 quarts. You don't need all 3 quarts. You need about 2.5 from what I understand. I'm going to keep your eye on the oil window right there. And I do have my bike sitting upright, so you want that right in between those 2 lines when you fill it back up. So you can take your time putting your oil in. You don't want it to drip all over the place. Let the funnel do the work. You don't want it dripping out all over the place. You want to put the entire 1st and 2nd quart in, and you'll measure your oil when you put the 3rd in. So these 2 are going to go completely in. After the 1st quart of oil, you'll see we still don't have anything registering on the oil window. You won't. You won't have any probably after the 2nd either. Time for the 3rd quart of oil. You want to take your time with this. You want to watch your oil window. So that looks pretty good. You can see the oil in the oil window is between the 2 lines right now, so that's telling me that it has enough oil in it. Now, when I start the bike up, it's going to put some of that oil into the new oil filter, so it's going to go down a little bit. So right now what you want to do is actually take the funnel out, put the cap back on, start the bike up for a little bit, let the oil get in everywhere it needs to get in. It'll lower itself a little bit, and then you want to measure the oil again. If you're doing this oil change and your bike is leaned over on its kickstand, you have to remember you have to stand the bike up in order to get a true oil reading. Mine is up on this wheel chuck right now. It is standing straight up, so that's a pretty true reading of what the oil is. If you're over on the side and you're looking at your oil window, you're never going to get a true reading. In fact, you're not even going to want to see oil in the window if it's leaning over on its side. So just keep that in mind. A lot of you guys, I think, are filling your oil up too much. That is not good for the bike. You don't want to have too much oil in the bike. You want just the right amount. Got my oil cap back on. Now we can start the bike up. Keep an eye on the oil window. You can see that it went down a little bit, so we do need to put more oil in it. So we're gonna pop that top off and put more oil in it until that window comes between the 2 lines. All right, we're looking good on the oil window now. Everything's pretty good. Everything's back on. Make sure that's tight. Give it another start. Check the bolts, make sure there's no leaking going on. Looks good. No leaking coming out from the oil filter. Everything looks pretty good. Oil change is complete. No oil leaking anywhere. The bike sounds good. It's all ready to go. We're going to get rid of all the fake carbon fiber and make it look awesome. All of these pieces actually do come apart. You know, these are all separate pieces. They just come apart from underneath. So in order for me to wrap this bike properly, I want to take this whole thing apart. And looks like it's going to be pretty simple. Just a couple screws here, some clips. That'll pull the fake carbon panels off. I got this side of the bike put back together. Fairings are back on. The parts I wanted to wrap are wrapped. Winglet looks really good. I got the wrap going on up here. Also brought it down here. I think it looks pretty sharp. Can't wait to get this bike done and show you what it looks like when it's finished. Next up, I gotta do this side of the bike. I already have some of the fairings off, but I gotta take the rest of them off. So I will be doing that next. Just got the other side removed. It all comes off in one piece. So this is all gonna get wrapped. That's what the bike looks like without any fairings on it. So I'm gonna show you on this side everything you have to take off. So all of these screws, all these little tabs have to be popped out. So screws are out. Now these little tabs need pushed in so this part can be released. When you get the fairings apart, that is what you have left. So there's my side panel. Here's the part that I'm gonna rewrap. So this will be taken off and rewrapped. This is gonna get wrapped. This part's gonna get buffed and get paint protection film put on it. Here's my Yorkie CJ. CJ. With his little tongue sticking out. Can't forget my Husky Lincoln. Rough day, had to stretch. The weather outside got cold this week, guys, so we're only in the 60s. Not the best temperature to wrap things in, so I brought everything inside, but look at how it turned out. I took all these panels apart. I wrapped what I wanted to wrap here. Got rid of the fake carbon fiber for this awesome wrap. I polished everything up, all the panels, all the paint, ceramic coated it. Now I'm gonna get it back installed on the bike. Yeah, pretty happy with it. It looks awesome. These areas right here are not easy to wrap. Not that they're difficult to conform, but nothing wants to stick to that fake carbon. So I did have to use a wrap primer there to help get everything to stick because I want it to stay down. I'm hoping that it lasts when it gets outside and the sun hits it. I have post-heated it with a heat gun, so I'm thinking I'm gonna be all right. But yeah, what do you think? It looks pretty good. Wait till you see it on the bike. I can't wait. The bike is done. Took a little bit longer than this video took to put together, but it turned out really well, I think. The only part I didn't rewrap would be the fake carbon fiber up here on the gas tank, and that's because I couldn't get it to stick in here very good. It's a really tough material to get wrapped to stick to, but I have another idea for that. It's gonna look pretty sharp, I think, but yeah, the bike turned out pretty good, I think. Looks good. We'll get it out in the sunlight here for a ride in the future. But it is looking good. Do a startup sequence here, because the bike always has that cool startup sequence. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching me take my bike apart, do an oil change, rewrap it, and everything else I did in this video. Quite a bit for one video. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good one and bye-bye.